Hello everybody and welcome back to Wednesday Mythos, and welcome back to our playthrough of Call of Cthulhu 7th edition, and we are currently playing the scenario Scritch. We have Dan who joins us as Paul, we've got Nat who joins us as Tom, and we've got Jake who joins us as Simon. Gents, do you want to just give a very brief overview of your character, just to remind our viewers who you are and what you're about?
Yep, I'm playing Paul Martin. He is a scientist by trade, but he went into the specialist cleaning business some time ago. He's married to Shirley. He likes to keep fit and look after himself.
Perfect. Thank you, Paul.
Yeah, so I'm Nat and I'm playing Tom Chambers. He's a bit of a Cockney white boy cameraman, bit of a bruiser. He's got a broken nose from a couple of scuffles. He lost his last employment because he might have staged some videos for maybe a haunted program, and yeah, he's now a bit bemused why he's on a changing rooms cleaning program, but hey, any job's good.
Yeah, a very down market changing room, cleaning room sort of effect. Okay, cool, thank you.
Yeah, so I'm playing Simon, the amused, effectively nephew of Paul, or son, depending how you want to look at it. He's not very interested in chemistry. He still did it to basically make Paul and his missus happy, but he decided that his love is into photography, which is why he's really interested in talking to the Cockney white boy, and has done during the sessions.
Perfect. Now, I don't know how you guys feel about this, but as this is the start of a new session, you did have some successful rolls in the previous session. You've got some skills that have been checked. I think it's probably appropriate before we give a roundup to see if you can advance any of those skills. So if you want to bring your character sheets up, and we'll start off with Paul. You should, on your character sheet, I can actually bring Paul up as well so we can have a look at it on screen. Paul Martin. So we can see that Paul had a successful listen roll, chemistry and spot hidden. So do you want to roll against those for us, Dan?
Okay.
Okay, so your listen roll, taking it was a 16. Was that the first roll you run?
Yep.
You passed, because obviously to gain more experience, if you like, in a roll, you have to beat your current value, which you've done for chemistry and which you've also done for...
He didn't in chemistry, he critically failed that.
Oh, of course.
Which means all knowledge is wiped from his mind of chemistry. Who am I?
But you did pass your spot hidden check.
Spot hidden, that's the most useful.
If you want to roll your D10 for that, please, mate. Lovely.
Oh yeah!
Just the one. It's just going to be one of those games.
So that nearly landed on a 9. I thought you were getting a 9 for that.
So feel free to add 1 to your spot hidden. Taking you
no worries.
to 66. Okay, if we then go to Nat as Simon. Tom.
Yep.
You've got a listen roll.
I failed my listen with a 81.
Yeah.
And I failed my occult with a 99. Spot hidden. Oh, a success with a 53. And then my stealth. Did I do stealth? Was I being stealthy? I forget.
You were.
I failed that with 51. So I can add, what is it, a D10?
D10, yeah. To your listen.
Sorry, these digital dice. So 7.
7. Nice.
Thank God.
Nice.
And then if you want to just add that, and then you've got a stealth as well, you've increased it.
Did I? No, I don't think I did. No, stealth I failed. I got a red spider.
Yeah.
Oh no, I deleted I deleted my listen. I deleted my listen. Can you please put it back on?
Okay, bear with me.
No, I thought you had to get under
Do your skill.
Oh, okay. So then my spot hidden, I wouldn't have succeeded.
No, you'd have in regards to getting experience, you'd have effectively got an increase in listen and an increase in stealth.
Okay, so then Dan would have got an increase in spot hidden and an increase in chemistry.
Because he got 100.
Because he got...
Yes.
So it's the other way around, basically.
Yeah, well, Dan did increase his spot hidden by 1.
Yeah,
So
but
I'll
he...
just put my chemistry on as well, so then that's an extra 2
There's
for
an extra
that.
2.
Yeah. And you need me to...
What was mine? It was listen and spot hidden, I think.
You need your listen back, don't you, Tom?
Please.
There you go. I can't remember what your listen was.
That's absolutely fine. I can.
There we go. Cool.
Oh, I'll tell you what I can do. I can look at my character sheet. So it'd be 62 now.
So I failed both mine, which means that they're successes. Woohoo! Listen, the D on each.
Okay. And I'm gonna roll another. Sorry, I'm just chucking a dice on the table. Oh,
Yeah.
I got a 10.
10, nice.
10, which I add to my occult.
Very good. Jake's rolling well there.
Yeah, I've done mine.
How did you roll a 12 and a D10?
I rolled 2 D10s.
Ah,
1 for each. Now, if they'd rolled different, that might be difficult. Deciding which one was which, but it doesn't matter, they didn't, so we're good.
And then we can untick them, yeah?
yeah, untick them, yeah.
Oh, do you have to go into the edit mode to untick them?
No, you should be able to just click on the little...
Oh, yeah. Oh, you have to double click.
Yeah.
Cool.
All done? Bit of housekeeping for everyone?
There we go. Well,
Noted.
we've got some examples of some experience there. That's good. Okay, after all that, we'll have a brief summary of where the group got to at the end of the last, overview of the last session. So you've been offered a job, Muscoby, which is an English village somewhere up north, and you've come along to do a bit of a scouting mission. You've met up with Lynn Hardy, who's taken you to Gertine's cottage, which is the project she's asking you to tidy up. You've been and scouted through the cottage itself. Has to say, you got a little bit confused initially as to why you were here. There didn't seem to be too much in regards to the need for a cleaning up or etc. But there's nothing there. Nothing
there at all.
Just enzymes.
Nice.
But you then went out to the outbuilding and came across some very nasty chemicals and herbicides and poisons. And you think probably this is the bigger part of the job that you're going to have to try and find some way of tidying this lot up. Also went into the workshop, came across some standard bits in the workshop, screwdrivers, wrenches, traps, and a couple of guns, a rifle and a shotgun, which you've left at the cottage, and you managed to take the ammunition instead.
Yep.
And then with the herbicides, with Paul's pretty decent knowledge in chemistry and keeping up to date, he knows full well that they're fairly potent, dangerous, and in some cases illegal and banned substances that would sort of obliterate any type of foliage and organic matter, so he knows that quite well. So it got to about midday and Lynn had said to you that she'd booked or made some arrangements for you to come across into the village to grab a bite to eat. So you've ended up here at Lucy's tea shop. Lucy, the owner, you've had a quick chat with, and she's managed to knock you up a fairly decent English breakfast with all the standard accoutrements, and that's where we find ourselves. So it's probably about 12:30, 1:15 now, and you're sort of tucking into your coffee, your tea, and a fairly decent English breakfast. So what from this point would you guys like to do?
Well, first of all, I'm going to finish my breakfast, because you don't leave an English breakfast unfinished.
Absolutely
all
not.
day breakfast, can't beat it.
Yeah.
So
I take it it's swimming in grease, normally.
Yeah, it's not 5-star, but it's a decent hearty breakfast. There's a little bit of grease sort of around the plate, which as there should be.
Can I feel my arteries hardening?
Yeah, they're closing.
Good.
They're closing as you're eating. The black pudding's certainly going down a treat. And the fried bread is soaking up the remainder of the grease nicely.
Lovely. That's not the only thing that's hardening, but no, never mind.
Oh my goodness, is that how tonight's going to go? So Tom spends some time, he's got his sound equipment, and he's just like rewinding it, forwarding it back, rewinding it. So this scratching noise, I don't know what it is, but she says there's lots here, and I have had an idea, like, there's all those rat traps, isn't there?
Yeah.
And I was just wondering what you thought about maybe going and setting some up in the house overnight, and then we come back, we can see what buggers we're going against. These London rats, they're like size of cat. I want to know what I'm going up against being in this little village. Don't know what you think, but it's just a thought.
Well, as long as you remember to take the conversation about your friend out of the feed, would be a good idea.
What friend?
Indeed, mate, what friend?
Well done, good lad.
Lucy comes over and says, I hope the breakfast was okay.
Superb. Absolutely the best breakfast that we've had all day.
I'll take that as a compliment. I'm sure
Best
it was.
breakfast I've had in months. There you go.
Well, thank you. Was it Simon? Did I hear your name?
Yeah, it was.
Thank you, Simon. Well, I do try to please.
Especially accommodating us the last moment.
Yeah, Lynn had said that you may be over, and I do like, although I'm a tea shop, I do to cater to all tastes. Always have some bacon rashers and fresh sausages in the fridge just in case. So I'm glad you've enjoyed it.
And the tea was lovely, which is what you're known for. So
Yorkshire tea is the best tea.
Hashtag Yorkshire tea. Hashtag Yorkshire tea.
Gaining sponsorship.
Yeah.
So. Did I hear right that Lynn said that you were over at the Gertin place? I take it you're over there?
Yeah, we're doing a clean-up before he comes back. So just get rid of anything dangerous, giving a tidy up of the house.
Well, I've given you my thoughts on him. I don't.
Not there's much to clean though.
It's a fairly routine job.
Yeah, fairly routine, but he's a bit of an odd duck, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Oh, you're telling me he's an odd duck? He spends so much time over at the church, you wouldn't believe it. He's there all the time. I don't know what he does over there. I see him trudging there from his cottage, and yeah, he's there virtually every day. So I don't know. He doesn't strike me as a religious type. Every time he comes in here, he's a bit gruff. I mean, he likes his strong tea. He can stick a teaspoon in his tea, but he's not a religious man. So goodness knows why he spends so much time over there.
He does like the Bible. We did find his Bible. He's made lots of notes and cuttings and things.
He's never mentioned religion. Talks about the rats. Talks about the rats non-stop.
Maybe there's a bit of a infestation at the church.
Yeah.
He spends hours there, so I wouldn't know. But he doesn't strike me as a God-fearing man. A God-fearing man wouldn't be drinking that amount of alcohol that he does, and tea.
Alcohol.
He likes to drop. He likes to drop.
Is that what happened? Is that what happened to the old tourist? He had a few to drink and ran into him on his.
Lynn will kill me for saying, but yeah, us in the village think that's what's happened. He's obviously been at the homebrew, and he's come out a bit quick, and the poor cyclist was taken out. But then he ended up hitting the wall and banging his head and all sorts. Poor fella. I don't like to speak ill of him, but he's in the hospital at the moment. So I do wish him. Well, I wish he's okay. That's about as far as I'll go, really.
Just pick on something there for you for a minute, lass. You say you don't like to speak ill of him, but you've spent most of the time in this shop speaking ill of him. I get a bit of a feeling that you're not the biggest fan.
Like I said to you before, these displays that he puts up, I mean, he really puts the tourists up, and I'm a tea shop. My livelihood is tourists, and them coming into the village and seeing a load of dead rats hanging up, all their guts everywhere and all sorts.
Yeah, no. We understand. It really puts them off, doesn't it? Tourists.
This is my livelihood. It's all right for him and his family. They're set up. They've been here for years, and they're not going anywhere. But me, I've come here.
When you say his family, what do you mean? Has he got grandparents?
I mean, his parents. He's on his own now, but his parents were here. They've been here for years.
I take it their family have been here for generations then.
Yes, yeah, they have. Yeah,
they have.
They're part of the furniture.
Just refresh my memory.
Always in the same house, were they? Or
Yeah, the Gerting cottage. They've always been there. Yeah. I believe that a couple of generations ago, I think they maybe must have run into a bit of money trouble. I think the father or the grandfather used to going down to the Golden Ram at Appleford and play a bit of
Flutter.
Yeah, to flutter, and he got himself into a bit of trouble. And I think they did end up having to sell the cottage, and the council snapped it up because the council's has for years been looking to develop and put Muscoby on the map. We should really be having many more tourists here, considering the locality and the area and the beauty that's all around here. The old woods have been here for hundreds of years.
It's very nice of you to say, love, but I'm not looking to buy anywhere. I appreciate you like it here, but let's move on from this. I've just got a bit of a question. Where's the old bugger now? He's in the local hospital?
He's in the Appleford Community Hospital.
How long does it take to get there? About 15 minutes, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 15 minutes back out of the village, and keep on the road, and you'll be there in no time.
Lovely job. I'll thanks for letting us know. We'll pass him your regards if we bump into him.
You can't. It doesn't really bother me.
No worries. We'll settle up with.
Oh no, Lynn's sorted out for you.
This is a £5 note on the table. Come on, lads, chip in. I doubt Lynn's giving a tip. You're muted, Jake.
I suddenly go hoarse as I've got a 500.
hold on, I get a £5 out as well. And any chance that we could get a receipt?
Oh, absolutely. Do you want? I know how these things work. Would you like a receipt for the full amount of the breakfast?
Well, if you just give us a blank receipt, and then we'll save you the bother of writing anything out.
Oh,
what would you say? It was like £10. We'll save your ink.
Well, I mean, she looks at the £15 or so that's on the table, and just wanders back to her kitchen, and you hear a paper rip, and she comes back, and she obviously realises Paul's the sort of the leader, if you like, and hands her the blank slip across the yellow, and she takes the £15 off the table as well. That's very generous of you, and here, feel free to, it's £45-50 would probably be the going rate for a decent 2 or 3 cups of tea each and a full English.
Perfect, thanks very much for that. I'll tuck that into my pocket. Shall we go for a stroll up the street just before we get back to the cottage?
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, it'd be good to walk this breakfast off.
Do you have any social media that you want us to put up or help with?
I do have an Instagram page, Lucy's Tea Shop.
We'll get back.
Yeah, good luck getting a signal, but if you could, what does it give me? That would be fantastic.
Okay,
Let's
so
go stretch our legs a bit, lads.
Yeah.
So I think if we walk down the street, I'd quite like to just get a look in that rat catcher pub, just see what's going on with that.
Thinking the same. Like I said before, we could
I'm thinking
put the barrels in there maybe if we do come unstuck.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm down with that.
Good a place as any.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
They look a bit like beer kegs anyway. Put them down in the cellar.
What I'm going to do in that case, there's no map for the pub, so I'm going to just put you back onto the landing page while you want to talk about that, if that's okay.
Has any of our smartphones got a signal at the moment as well? Just as a question. Now in the centre of town, is there a signal?
Tom will be looking for signal on his phone.
Okay, then if whoever's looking for signal, if you could give me a luck roll, please.
1 second. Find luck.
Oh, this piece of crap phone.
No signal for you, Tom, unfortunately.
I can't seem to find luck on my sheet. Where is it? Sanity?
Right at the top. And you can't spend luck on luck.
You can
luck on luck, baby.
You can spend luck on luck. So unfortunately, no signal either of you two at the moment. No bars at all. So as you're walking down the high street, you're walking. So the Lucy's Tea Shop's on the right hand side. As you come out, you're walking down and you cross a T junction. And then come across a pub that's on the corner, and you can see obviously it's got the Rat Catcher's Arms sign and a fairly graphic hanging sign as well, with a sort of a fairly evil-looking dead rat and a dude figure.
So Tom, do you reckon they're allowed to even hang those rats up anymore? It doesn't sound right.
That's archaic, like your uncle was saying. That's back in the Dark Ages.
Yeah.
Like, you just need
Yeah.
to snap a photo. Generally, as well, you work for the council, which I suppose he does, but you don't just nail it up. That's got to be an environmental hazard itself.
Yeah, that's what I mean. They're the carriers of disease. They're horrible.
Well, it just encourages other vermin, doesn't it? The foxes come and eat them off, and the crows, and before you know it, you've got a rat problem and a crow problem and a fox problem.
Yeah, strange.
So you come across the pub. You're looking in the windows, and they're all curtained across. They tried the door's shut. You see a sort of sign in one of the windows that's saying closed until further notice. So it's all, the pub itself is all closed down. Nothing, no entry being able to be gained.
Normally in British pubs, in case someone's non-British for our podcast, they normally have a cellar which you roll the barrels down into, rather than having a complete cellar building. That's normally how it works. Certainly for old country pubs, it was how they used to do it.
Yeah.
So, is there one of those?
So as you're looking at the pub, you've got the pub directly in front of you, and there's a road that goes down the right-hand side. So it's a corner of a sort of T-junction, if you like. But by T-junction, I'm talking a very small road here. And down that, you can see that there is what you would recognise as a slightly elevated cellar double door. It's locked. It's got a fairly decent, hefty padlock on it, so not able to gain entry to that.
Now, Simon, you reckon you could get yourself in there?
Yeah.
I reckon. And if we do this, it'd make a brilliant video, wouldn't it?
It would, yeah. So, it always helps to have some lockpicks handy.
He's got some lockpicks on him. I don't want to know why you've got lockpicks, Jake.
Let me just check your character sheet.
I don't have any
young
lockpicks.
Simon.
No, I'm just saying that I do have lockpicks for you, so I know how to break a lock. It's not hard.
Your current inventory is cigarettes and lighter, protective clothing, and smartphone.
Okay.
If you want to try and attempt it some other way, I'm happy to.
It's fine.
Happy to hear that.
Yeah, no worries. I'm going to. They'll have a local goods store of some sort. It's a small village, so they'll have a post office probably.
Don't worry about that. Look for a lever. Just lever it off, Simon.
Yeah, we can do that. But
We've got stuff in the van.
yeah.
Yeah, if you want to go back to the van, you can have a look for something in there.
Or maybe we come back when it's a bit darker. It's a bit.
I mean, we don't want to be seen rolling barrels down to a finger, you boys. So,
No.
but I still think it's an option.
I think it's a good option. I think it's...
It looks. Is it closed or is it derelict? Which of the?
It's closed, and it looks like it's been closed for some time.
It was closed, but it's on its way to derelict.
Yeah. But the building itself, the fabric of the building is fine, but you can, looking through the windows, the curtains have got sort of a bit of mildew around them, down the bottom.
Dust.
Yeah, lots of dust and debris. Yeah, it's.
Is there a to let sign on the side of the pub? Just checking.
Yeah.
Cool. No worries. We keep it in the back burner anyway. That's what I reckon.
We'll keep it on about. I woun't mind going and having a look. He did a bit of stomping around the church, and that Bible verse about the golden rats and things. It might be worth having a little bit of a poke around, find out what the old bugger's up to.
Yeah, could do.
Drive back in the van.
Yeah, it's on the way to the cottage.
We'll just maybe pop into the shop. I'll do with a bar of chocolate or something after that breakfast, just to.
You're after one of those calendars, aren't you? That's what you're after.
We got all of our calendars for this year. We've got hundreds of them, trade calendars. Couldn't get rid of them all.
Yes, on the way back, the van, there is a little old-style news agent, should say, very small room as you walk into. It's almost like a converted house. It sells, papers and chocolate bars and the like. There's a young girl behind the counter.
Tom will just be waiting outside, just taking some shots of like the local high street and different bits.
You sure you don't want anything?
Oh, get us a topic.
Right, okay.
I'll go in and.
You're coming in, are you? Right.
Yeah, I'll come in.
I'll go to the shelf and get a topic and a Mars bar.
Yeah, I'd say the two of you take up nearly 30 or 40% of the space that's in this little. Yeah, they've got various confectionery.
Jam.
They've got jam. They've got shortbread. They've got some postcards. They've got a little Coke #Coke fridge that you can. They've got various cans.
Yeah, I'll get a can of Coke.
What sort of selection of postcards have they here?
various picturesque pictures of Muscoby. They've got pictures of the high street, oldie pictures of the high street. They've got new pictures. They've got pictures of the rolling fields around. Seems to be a sort of like, for some random reason, a Scottish Highlands postcard in there that seems to have snuck in there.
Dan, can I just ask, are you going to buy a postcard in every scenario?
I like to go in and collect these postcards, and particularly goat ones. but I'm out of luck by the sound of it.
There's no, actually, Dan, give me a luck roll. Give me a luck roll.
Oh, 65.
Let's see. Goat postcards coming in next week, are they?
Yeah, we've just placed an order for a whole load of various goat ones, actually. So I'm sorry.
Always the way they're in such demand.
Well, they sell out so quick.
I'll just take this one of the fields.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's 25 pence.
And in fact, can I take this one here of the forest, the woodland and the church?
Absolutely. Yeah, that one's a bit more expensive. That's 30 pence, that one.
Right, okay, yeah, that's fine. So just the chocolate bars here. Simon, you getting anything?
Yeah, I'm going to buy a can of Coke so I can open the padlock.
TM.
Okay, yeah, so that you pay the young girl and she takes money, gives you your change. That's absolutely fine. Thank you.
Thank you very much. We're just heading up to the church, and I just wondered who the vicar, the minister, or the priest was. What sort of denomination is the church?
Oh, Jenkins, Reverend Jenkins. Yeah, he comes over. He's one of these parish reverends. He looks after more than one church, so he's usually around every other Sunday. But I don't think he's due this week. But yeah, it's a lovely church.
Right, so are we able to go in and have a look around while he's not there, or is it locked?
I think it's open. I don't go up there a lot, to be honest with you. I don't think it's locked. We don't have too much trouble with stuff like that around here, so I think it's it's usually open. I think. Lovely from the outside. I can't remember the last time I went in there.
We're very interested in old buildings and things like that. And
it's been around. She's only a young girl. It's hundreds of years old. Hundreds of years old, I think. Very old.
Oh, well, thanks very much. It's
my pleasure. I mean,
good shop you've got here.
If you're around next week, do pop in. We'll have.
Maybe you could put one by for me, seeing as they go so quickly.
I can pick one out. I'm a good judge of a goat postcard, so I'll pick you one out.
A black goat. That would be my preference. Thank you very much.
Yeah, I don't think we've been that specific, but if we do find one, then I'll get you one.
Brilliant. Thanks very much. Have a good day.
You too.
I'm gonna whisper as we walk out of the post office. Now is not the time to talk about your Alistair Crowley obsession, and then sort of carry on walking.
And as you're walking out, Tom, I've got my camera trained on the shop entrance as you open up the door, and it's just like filming you coming out. Got my topic.
Yeah, here you go, and I'll throw it towards him.
Lovely. Cheers, mate. I'll save that for later.
Oh, well, it's breakfast chaser.
Yeah, I'll drink a can of Coke.
Let's get it in the van and get up to that church, yeah?
Cool.
Yeah, we found out actually there's a reverend, I think she said his name was Jenkins, runs the church. He looks after half a dozen of them.
Maybe you'll be able to help us with figuring out.
Oh, no, he's not there at the moment.
Oh.
Be open and we just look around and take in the history.
Right. Sounds good. It's a bit strange to... I suppose it's a village, isn't it? Wouldn't leave a church open in central London. They'll have your candlesticks away.
Yeah, well, they still everything, don't they? To be fair.
Hey, watch your mouth about London. You're in company of one.
Yeah, it doesn't make any difference. They'd still do everything. Would you put your own stuff out on the street in London?
No, you're quite right.
I wouldn't. I wouldn't do it in Manchester, mate, let alone London.
Okay, start the van up.
Okay.
And drive up towards the church.
Okay, there's
get a pair of tweezers out and use mechanical we used to make a pair of lockpick shivs. So they're very easy to use on padlocks. You put them down the side of the padlock, not in the key, and slide them in, and then it opens the padlock. I'm
going to challenge you, Jake. I don't feel that's a mechanical use. I feel that's like arts and crafts or something. Mechanical's like machinery.
Are you going back to try and pick the lock now, or
no. making the 2 shifts you need. I could demonstrate, but that might be a little bit beyond what we're doing.
Yeah.
Let me have a look at your skills.
Not that you know anything about that, Jake, of how
I
to do it.
know exactly about it. Is that a padlock here?
Was this like another one of your side businesses of like you used to chip PlayStations and then also used to break into people's houses, nick their PlayStations afterwards and sell it
Chip
back?
it and give it back to them.
Yeah, they didn't even know. You were just going in.
That's the ultimate double bubble, boys. No.
I'm happy that you've managed to craft what you think is some decent lockpicks. When we get, or if we get to the position of you using them, then I think I will be asking for some rolls.
Cool.
Okay, so you head back to the van, hop in the van, you head north out of the village. It's not too far. You actually heading back towards Gertine's church. You head up the hill, the church on the right-hand side, and you pull up in an appropriate sort of place so people can still pass actually in the road. But there's a footpath round the side of some woods that take you directly to the church, and so we're here. You need to
just like it looks in the postcard.
Yeah.
See that, Tom? I picked that up in the shop.
Beautiful. Beautiful. That is.
Do you want to film that at all, or?
Yeah, we'll have a little zoom in.
Yeah, I could put hold it up in front of the church, and then you could like pan from one to the other.
I'll tell you what. I'll do a split cut.
Yeah.
I'll have you showing it to me, and then it will fade into the church.
Yeah.
Oh, that sounds like gold dust. Just to check, am I waiting for my map to load up?
You should be, and I've dragged your tokens onto the map.
Let me refresh my foundry.
Same.
Yeah, we wonder if there's any of his old family's gravestones around here we could have a little look at.
Oh, there definitely will be. If they're old as time, as it were, they'll definitely be in the family graveyard.
I've still got the Scratch main page. I don't know if anyone else has.
Oh, okay.
At the moment, I'm still loading again, but it hasn't changed.
I clicked refresh. There we go. Yeah.
Should be in there now.
I'm just waiting for the load. There we go.
Okay. So, Nat, you're in.
Yeah, I can see the 2 side fence stones.
Yeah.
Did you make this map, Mark?
I'm still waiting.
No, it was one of the ones from. I'd like to say I had the skills to make this map, but there's a guy that does them on Patreon.
The one we were talking about the other day.
Yeah.
Wicked.
Are we all in?
Yep, in now. It's because it has to go further to get to me.
Yeah.
Oh, because you're up there.
Okay, just bear.
Oh wow, this is going to be this is a big map.
Oh yes.
I'm still on the landing page at the moment. Do you want to move me across?
You might need to refresh your screen, or you should be able to click Muscoby Village because I think you can jump between pages.
Yeah, you should be able to now because I've activated it.
1 second.
So at the top you can
I'm
click.
just landing page at the top, guys.
Have you not got? Does it not say Muscoby Village Church as well?
Nope.
Oh, that's weird.
Try dragging my token again.
Hang on, I'm going to pull you to the scene.
It's loaded now. Yeah.
There we go.
Oh yeah, I'm here.
Just
Mine
for,
loaded very quickly.
just for those GMs out there, if you right click on a player's name down in the bottom left hand corner, you can pull to scene. So that obviously fixed that. So as you make your way up the road, you come across the footpath, and it says it's carved neatly into the sort of wooden. I think it says public footpath, historic church half a mile away. The track leads across to the ancient village church that's a short walk away. The church itself is half hidden among some yew trees and set apart from the woodland that sweeps along this edge of the valley, which joins with the trees behind old Gertin's cottage. a footpath which is unofficial. It runs between the two locations, and there's a walled churchyard surrounding the building. It's full of old gravestones, some toppled, others barely legible thanks to the sort of unrelenting British weather over the countless years. You go through the Lich Gate and checking the gravestones. It's got some various names. You don't recognise any of them, but you do recognise Gertine is on one of them.
Here, I thought we would find it.
Yeah, it must be his mum and dad.
Does it just say Gertine, or has it got other names?
The only word you can make out is Gertine. It's one of those gravestones that's really had some battering from the elements. It's almost, you can make a G, a U, an R, T, and then it starts to, and then at the end you're making out that it's a Gertine. But the actual dates, you can't really make that out. It's all pre-warned. Your guess would be, from the amount of wear and tear and erosion on it, this is probably at least 100, if not 150 years old.
This is one of his family members, if not. But there's only one here, I can see it.
Maybe they're all in there. You know how it works with these old gravestones. They just keep, digging it up and lumping them in.
Stack them and pack them, you're quite right, yeah.
Well, it's not just that, it's this country graveyard, isn't it? It could be a family plot, so they could just be burying them on top of each other as well.
Yeah, you're quite right. Do you see that path leading off into the woods as well?
Oh yeah, I do actually. That's probably how you get from the cottage that we're cleaning to the church.
We'll give that a little bit of a nosy after this. Wonder what's going on. I wouldn't mind getting inside those a bit. Is it still raining?
Overcast, but not raining. You can tell the church is very old. Anybody would like to take a history roll for me?
Yeah, I'll do that. I will once I get my character back.
History. Oh, I don't have it.
Yeah, never was good at history.
No.
I'm from London, don't know much about countryside stuff.
And nor do I, so...
Okay.
It's old. It's really old.
That kid. You don't have to be a scientist to see that now, do you?
Well, it's definitely got enzymes.
Paul with his experience of travelling around the country, and Tom to a certain degree as well. Simon with a bit more of a youngster, maybe not so much. But your non-educated guess here would be that this church is probably at least 1400 years old. It's that old. There's no bell tower to it, just a brass bell mounted underneath a canopy at the church's west end. It's an Anglican church. Even if you sort of look at the exterior walls, much of the stone in the church's construction is probably actually older than the building itself. The buildings, and many of them actually are marked with some unusual symbols. Non-Christian, you'd think there are no crosses or anything like that. You would hazard a guess by the numerals that are in some of the signs. They look like Roman symbols to you. There's V's and there's M's and there's all sorts of stuff in there.
Okay.
Look at these. Some of these look like like Latin.
Latin?
Well, probably, I don't know, plague victims or something. What did they have back then that killed them? Everything.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Woolly mammoths or...
dysentery, all sorts of stuff.
Yeah.
Like loads of stuff, really. I think you were lucky to get past 30 years old, to be honest.
Yeah, you were very lucky. Should we go in, lads? Let's see if the door's open. As you go inside the church porch, you can see there's a sort of decaying notice board. A few handwritten announcements on there. One from the previous year's village fete. Also contains a sort of service roster for the current year. But like many isolated churches out this way, there's no longer a weekly service, as the lady in the news agents indicated. The sort of vicar reverend for the overarching area rotates between this parishes and other parishes. And there seems to be only one service every couple of weeks now, although going by the size of the building, this church wouldn't have had a massive congregation even in its heyday. Yeah.
The door you've obviously come through is a heavy studded oak door. It's not locked, obviously. There's some standard church stalls that you see as you walk in.
Thing of the past, really, these old churches. They'll be online soon. here on a Sunday streaming.
But there won't be streaming. There's no bloody signal in this place.
Oh, that's true.
Has this not made you feel a little bit concerned? Like, I haven't been able to get any phone signal, and they all talk about
we're used to it.
landlines.
We go all over the place.
Oh,
and
yeah,
can't
we've
get
been
phone
to places
signals.
before. We go for Dartmoor. There's nothing there.
Yeah.
Nothing there. You just got to get on with it.
Yeah,
Just to the right of you, Tom, where you are at the moment, you look across and there's some sort of folded wooden chairs that are stacked against the wall. Also, what you notice is a carved frieze in the wall that's depicting, by the looks of it, cavorting rodents running around all over the place. One's across the sort of whole of the wall, just above head height.
I don't know why, but I thought you said fornicating rodents then. I was like, what? What's going on?
So that's on the other side where Paul is.
So having a look, I'm like, oh, bloody rats everywhere in this place. Lads, there appears to be some pictures of rats, which I think is a bit peculiar for a church, don't you think?
Yeah.
Well, it's a bit of a theme, isn't it? I'm surprised, actually, that post office didn't sell rat cards, because that seems what they've got going for them here.
Yeah, but then perhaps the family made their fortune from rats, mate, when they made the church. Maybe
That's true. And if it is Roman or something, then, rats might have been something different back then. Might have been like a pet or something. Or
might have been, but yeah, just a bit odd.
It is odd. It's very odd.
Could you give me a spot hidden roll, please?
Yes, I can, because I have that. I'll make sure.
Oh.
That's a failure. Do you want to spend some luck? That's a failure.
Hold on. What's my luck? Oh, I'm not spending that much luck.
Now, Paul Martin has got an extreme 1. So, first of all, you clearly passed the spot hidden test, and I believe you get to gain some experience for your spot hidden on that.
Cool.
Yeah, 1d4, I believe.
Yeah, so if you want to roll your d4 for me, please, Paul. Nice. So
Nice. Yeah, that's
Nice 3.
add 3 to your spot hidden.
Yeah, that makes up for only adding 1 to it when I leveled up.
Yeah.
So you're looking at the same carving into the stone carving in the wall that Tom's looking at, and what you can make out is that you didn't study Latin or anything like that, but for some unknown reason, probably watching too many Sunday afternoon documentaries, you realise there's the word mus, M-U-S, carved into the frieze, and that's the Latin word for mouse. And all of a sudden in your brain there's a bit of a click. Muscoby, bit of a link there. Seems like this valley and this area seems to be pretty obsessed with rodents.
So I explained to the others about my Latin that I learnt at school. As a child. 6-month project.
Yeah.
And
I've been watching Time Team for months and I've never learned anything, so maybe you got to learn it at school.
Funny the things that come back to you, but yeah, definitely a connection with mice and rats and rodents.
Yeah, now you said that, it makes total sense on the naming, doesn't it?
Yeah, surprised that she got so shirty about all those rat tails on the fences.
That's still very unhygienic, isn't it? Imagine if you're running a calf, it would certainly put the customers off. It would put me off. I'd seen them before full breakfast, to be honest.
Yeah, but you didn't see the bodies, did you? Just the tails. Maybe that's
Doesn't
what she's serving in.
Yeah.
That wasn't black pudding.
Yeah, cheers for that. Of course.
I start to go slightly pale. I thought of this.
Maybe we'll be drinking that pesticide, mate. You carry that on.
Let's have a little look round though. Like this Gertin, he had to be doing something in here, eh?
Don't forget, Simon, we have got to get back to finish this cleaning job.
I haven't forgotten. It's not going to take as long, is it? I mean, we're getting paid for 2 days. It's what? Half a day's work, do you reckon, compared to our other jobs? Let's be honest.
I don't know, there were some heavy barrels to move.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll sort that out, don't worry. And Tom will be scanning his camera across like the stained glass windows and different things, catching the light coming in and filming the lads walking up. Like, yeah, just walk up there, lads, and I'll get some good shots of you. And yeah, I'll be paying some attention to the stained glass windows. seeing if there's anything to note.
Tom, the stained glass windows are pretty basic. There's various references to John and Luke, but again, you notice in most of the stained glass there seems to be the odd rat, that seems to have been tucked away in the stained glass.
There appears to be like hidden messages around it. I've got to say, like, these little creatures everywhere.
I'm not surprised they had a vermin problem back in them days. It was all loathsome fishes and stuff, wasn't it?
Oh, you're quite right. You're quite right.
You have that much food, you're bound to attract vermin. They were always eating. Look, there's that one up there. Look, hold on. There's 13 of them in that picture, all sitting around a table.
Yeah,
imagine the crumbs on that floor. Didn't look like. How often do you think did they have a broom back then?
They were invented back then.
Well, they weren't specialist cleaning company like ours back then.
That's quite right. I'll do that as a segue. If only Jesus had. What's the name of your cleaning company?
It's Paul and.
Oh, Paul and Son. But he's your nephew.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
it sounds better. Paul and Son and Paul and nephew.
Paul and nephew just doesn't figure.
It does. Semantics and all that.
Or hang them up and nail them to crosses. So, yeah. We're glad for that.
We're very fortunate for that. You're quite right.
Yeah. We don't have death by stoning, except in rare cases, and like Iran and stuff.
Yeah, I'm going to go and have a little look round here, lads. You carry on.
Okay, I'm going to have a look at the altar.
Can you hear that?
Hear what?
No.
What can you hear, Tom?
I can hear scratching going around.
Oh, stop that now, Tom. We've been doing.
No, you stop it. It's one of you.
It wasn't me.
I think they're in the roof. They're everywhere.
I'll come over to where you are then and see if I can hear it.
Take your headphones off.
No, I can hear it as well. I can hear it as well with him.
No, I can still hear it. It's not feedback.
Yeah,
What is that?
It well.
We got to go and get some of those tracks,
Right, I'm just going to hold you at this point, and Tom and Simon, could you make me a luck roll, please?
I don't want to, because my luck is really low, because you were horrible and gave me very low. Where is my luck? I can't find. Oh, there it is.
Oh dear.
Oh, critical fail at 96.
And Simon failed as well.
Did. And not a critical fail.
But not a critical fail, but a fail is a fail. So as you are wandering around to the left hand side of the church, sort of scouting around like an old bookcase which is sort of storing various bits and bobs in. Hymn books smell quite musty and stuff like that. And suddenly out from underneath that appears a whole load of rats. And they are going to, unfortunately, come and say hello to you. And I'm afraid at this point we're going to move into some combat.
All right. So, do they get a surprise attack? Is it a surprise? They would get a surprise, wouldn't they?
They would do, yeah. So let me just organise.
I know you're a keeper in other games.
Sorry.
I mean, come on.
It's rats. They can't kill us.
Well, you
You don't know where they've been, though.
over 20 odd million people disagree with you, mate. It's called a Black Death.
Nah.
Okay. Let me just try and turn that down a little bit, or turn it off.
200 million deaths.
First time we've run some combat on this game. So let's just get rid of that. So can you see the combat tracker down the bottom?
No, because I've got my character sheet open.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, mine's at the top.
Yeah.
I'm going to be a right pain in the backside.
Yeah.
So, surprise attack. Have you got the combat flowchart in front of you?
I can get it, yeah.
Sorry, Jake.
Yeah, I know. I know how you're going to do this.
Page 412.
412 of the rulebook. Okay.
I knew I should have bought some links in that shop.
Should have walked shotgun.
So you'll see the bit under surprise attack, and we both failed our.
Yeah.
listen.
So let's have a look. So it's a surprise attack for the rat swarms. So we've established Dex order, which we've done.
Yep.
Highest goes first, which is Simon according to that. Then we go to surprise attack. Allow skill roll. Does the target anticipate the attack? Spot hidden, listen, or psychology. So you are the target. So if you want to give me a spot hidden roll.
No, we've already failed our listen.
Oh, of course you have. You failed your listen roll. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We failed a luck check actually.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so take a spot hidden or listen for us.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm just trying to get better at.
Yeah, no, make
combat,
sure we get. Yeah.
Fuck's sake! 86 against a 65.
So the rat that's going to attack you, Tom, will get an additional a bonus die, but the rat that attacks Simon will not get an additional bonus die.
Yeah, but the one that attack goes for Simon, it stays in the normal Dex order. So
Yeah.
it's only Tom. It's only Tom that gets attacked first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's just see if I can move that rat swarm. Can I move that up the order? I don't think I can move it up the order. Just trying to work out how we would resolve this in Foundry.
Well, you just roll the attack against Tom. Don't worry about the order on the screen, and then
Alright,
it'll go
fair
to
Yeah.
and then it will go to normal rounds then.
So that rat swarm is going to attack Tom with its teeth and claws. And it's going to be a brawl at 40%. There we go. It's a fumble from the rat, unfortunately.
Lovely. Oh, these buggers, get them off me!
Your response to that, Tom?
Oh, these buggers, get them off me! And I just start like batting them and getting them away.
So you've got a choice of dodging, fighting back, no response, or a manoeuvre.
I will jump towards Paul.
So I'd say that was a dodge, probably, effectively.
Yeah.
Yeah. So roll dodge for us.
44 against a 30.
So unfortunately, you try to jump over the rats towards Simon, but yeah, you don't run it. You don't really manage to make it.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the dexterity order then, and we'll start off with we'll go with Simon.
Oh, I will also try and dodge back away from them. I don't have anything in my hands to fight the rats.
You've got brawl if you want to use that.
Yeah, no, I don't want to use that. I want to run away.
Okay. So that passed for you, so you can move away.
Pass with a 19.
Yep.
Okay, so yeah, Tom just starts throwing punches at the rats crawling all over him.
Okay, so you need to target the rat. So in the top left-hand corner of Foundry, you've got a little person symbol.
Yep, doing it.
If you click on that, and then you've got a select target, you click that, and then you click on the rat that you want to attack.
Already done it.
Ah, okay, perfect.
On it.
And then,
I'm on it.
and then under your character, you've got a combat of fists. If you drag your fists down to your hotbar down the bottom, you can just click on that icon. It should roll an attack for you.
Bloody hell! I'm gonna push it. I'm gonna be like swinging really hard using
The camera.
the camera. Do I just roll it again?
Yeah, roll it again. Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? That.
Shit.
So as you pick up the camera, or as you swing back the camera, you come down at an angle trying to hit the rats, and you just miss them. Luckily, the camera does hit the deck, and a piece of the lens casing snaps and cracks. The
Sort it out.
lens doesn't fall off.
Where did they come from? And I'm going to run towards the altar. And is there a candlestick or something that I could pick up?
Give me an advantaged or a bonus luck roll, please.
You have advantage on a luck roll.
Oh, I don't know. Actually, I'm making the rules up as we go along.
I don't think you can.
Okay, just a straight luck then, please.
I suddenly got tough. Oh, yeah.
Oh, 23. Lovely.
Yeah, absolutely. As you go up to the altar, you can see there's 3 or 4 candles up there that aren't lit, but they are there for you to grab hold of.
Okay, so I'm going to pick up the biggest brass candlestick and I'm going to wield it and move towards the rats and swing it like a club.
Okay, so which rat are you attacking? The one that's engaged with Tom or the one that's engaged with Simon?
Yeah, so we'll go for the nearest one, so the one's on Simon.
Okay, so... Oh, hang on a second.
To be fair, I dodged out of the way, so I'm more towards you anyway.
So you're about here then, Paul?
Yeah.
Perfect.
I'm like here-ish, because I dodged.
You should have some fists as an attack as well, Paul. But as you're using a fairly hefty candlestick, I will give you an advantage on that, a bonus dice.
Okay.
1d4 damage.
Yeah. Actually, I need to put you into the combat as well.
Oh, that's why I can't.
Yeah, bear with me a sec. There we go. You should be in there now. Paul, your turn.
Okay, how do I target the swarm?
So the little person token in the top left, if you click on that, there's another little bullseye thing. It says select targets. If you click on that and then click on the rat swarm.
Yep.
And then use your fists with a bonus dice.
Okay.
Cool.
Did that roll?
No, I just need to press brawl now.
Oh, right.
Click on advantaged.
Didn't give me an advantage. I'm doing something wrong here. So I clicked brawl. Let me do it from my sheet rather than...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So 1 bonus dice, is that what we're saying for the advantage?
Yeah.
Still missed.
Okay.
57 against your 25.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Batting rats is...
They're hitting some fairly small figures with a large candlestick is not as easy as it first appeared to Paul, but he's not doing too bad. So we'll move on to the rat swarm, who, as it's just been nearly clobbered by a candlestick, is going to decide to focus its attention on you. So, oops. Oh, actually, it's this one by the looks of it. So, actually, sorry, attacking Tom.
Tom. Okay.
Yeah. Why is it saying no usable item found?
Joys of learning Foundry.
Yeah.
Indeed.
We'll try an overwhelm attack, which is the same thing, effectively. Brawl of 40%.
What? Overwhelm?
The rat swarm fails to overwhelm you.
Tom was going to do a maneuver anyway in response.
Yeah.
But
what's he going to do?
So Tom is just going to start booking it out of there, picks up his camera and just starts running.
Okay.
So I'll take that as a dodge.
Yeah.
And I'm going to spend 2 luck on that.
Perfect.
I don't know how to spend 2 luck on Foundry.
Just minus it off your character sheet.
As a partial action, I'm going to say, let's get out of here as he starts running. So if we're not fighting, we should all be running.
I dropped the candlestick and leg it as well.
The rat swarm will get a little bite at you on the way through, though, Dan, because you've already had your just to have a little try and have a nibble at you. It does manage to have a little nibble, but your response is...
You can choose to dodge, fight back, or maneuver. I don't know if you want to say that again, Mark, for your podcast. But...
Yeah, no, absolutely, yeah. Spot on.
Okay, I'm gonna maneuver then.
Yeah, what are you
away
doing?
from them.
Okay.
So the way that it's worded in the book is maneuver as for fight back.
Roll or throw.
Yeah, but instead of inflicting damage, apply the effect of the maneuver. So brawl would be fine.
So failed. So rolling damage for the teeth and claws attack from the rat.
Ouch.
Couple of points of damage onto Paul as he's running off. And then we cycle back now to Simon.
I've made like a tree and left or leaved. I'm gone. I'm already gone. Like, yeah.
Clearly, the three of you are a lot faster and fleet of foot than some rats, so managed to escape. So we'll end the combat phase there because you're a distance away.
And then as soon as we get through the doors, I'll shut them so they can't just come out at us as well.
Oh, I was going to wait inside the church, sort of like running away, but not running out.
I'm running all the way out of the church at that point.
All right.
The rats are following you as they're coming.
Oh, are they?
Yeah,
Tom's running out.
Come on, Tom. Don't hang about in here. It's not clean.
All right. I'm out.
Get out. God.
And I'll shut the door.
That's not right, that.
Tom lands outside on his knees. And
What you can hear now is scratching against the wooden door.
Let's get the fuck out of here, guys. Let's get back to the cottage.
Bloody rats. You got all that lighter? Let's burn this place down.
You can't do that, Tom, just for a few rats.
It's hideous, whatever it is. That Gertie needs to come and sort this
Well,
out.
he'll have it sorted, I would imagine, as soon as he gets out of hospital.
I want 1 or 2 rats. That's one for a reason. Let's go. I'm going to leave at this point. As soon as I get that boy gone.
Don't go out. We can go along this path, can't we?
Oh, I've got a van.
We've got the van, haven't we?
here.
Yeah, you're right. Get in the van. Get in the
You're
van.
going back towards the van, yeah?
Yeah. All this topic, it's repeating on me.
We could just drop by the hospital, speak to Gertie and tell him how long's he going to be in hospital because there's a rat infestation and he could get himself a bonus.
He's been coming here, hasn't he, for months, they said. Long
Yeah,
periods
you
of
must
time.
know, there's no way that there's that many rats. I'm with Tom here. Something's going on. Look how many rats there were.
Maybe he was here setting traps and things.
Oh, I didn't see any traps. You see any traps?
No.
Simon, did you see any traps, mate?
No.
Nah, no
First
traps.
of all, no traps. He was already a bit of a weirdo, as it was. Let's be honest. Who keeps pesticides and well out of date firearms and stuff in their house, and then talks about rats in their Bible? It's a bit weird. And then
You don't put traps out in public places. You bury them under the floorboards and stuff. And
No one ever comes here, does it?
not
do
if the
they?
church is not used. You can put the rat traps wherever you want. We know it's not used it's only used every other week. You could leave traps down for a week, couldn't they? There's no way there'd be that many.
tourists.
Oh, come on.
Look, let's just get this job done. Let's get this filmed, and that's.
He ain't doing his job though. We're gonna have to report to the council, aren't we? There's no way.
All right, let's get out of here then. I'm not having it. Start squeaking like that. I'm off.
Let's get to the cottage. Let's get some traps. I might have a couple to put around me out in the golden round.
You head back down the pathway, the footpath, back to the van. Hop back into the van, and it's literally like a 2-minute ride to old Gertin's cottage.
They were. Did you see the size of them? They were like German shepherds. Those bloody things.
They were big old boys.
Thousands of them. Absolute thousands.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. No, Tommy. There's no way you could be doing this job, mate. Look how many there were.
I think it was about 10, Tom, to be honest.
Yeah. All right. Yeah.
Well, let's say there is only 10. He's still not doing his job, Uncle, is he?
If you want to split hairs and all that, horrible things.
Oh, they weren't nice. Weren't friendly, were they?
No.
Oh, they weren't the best.
Not like in that. Do you remember that Michael Jackson film? No, he sang that song about that rat. You know, it's the little boy had a pet rat.
Yeah, I remember. Vaguely. But
that was a nice rat.
Before my time.
Let me know when the scene's loaded for you.
Yeah, it says you cannot switch scenes until the resources finish loading.
Yeah, same as mine.
Secret and Nim, they were good rats, not them things that were in there.
The only rat I like is that Rizzo the rat. He was brilliant in Muppets Christmas Carol. But he wasn't real.
What about Roland rat? Yeah, rat fans.
Yeah, he was good. He was good, but
my time, that is, Paul.
Oh, there's a bit of a difference, wasn't it? They were puppets, weren't they?
Yeah, of course we were.
Oh, they were venomous. How are you doing anyway? You got a bit of a limp.
I'm alright.
Getting into the van. Not you, your uncle, you plonker.
Oh, I think I dropped that candlestick on my foot as I threw it.
Did I even get you?
Didn't get me. I just bashed my leg on that candlestick.
Is it still loading for you, or
still loading? Yep.
Hold on. 100% on mine.
Oh, okay, I got.
I've just got a black screen at the moment.
Okay.
Loading cottage, 100%. There we go.
100%.
There we go.
100%.
Bloody rats.
Okay, so you pull up at Dean's cottage. It's as you drive around. You obviously know the layout of the land. You've been here before.
Yeah.
What do you want to do?
The first thing I'm going to do is
the time check. The time it would have taken you to walk down to the church and spend a bit of time in the church and then back out again. I would say the time's probably now getting on for about 2 o'clock.
I'm going to go to the shed and see if there's any sprayers, like for flowers and stuff.
Chemical sprayers.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll come with you because there's bound to be maybe get like a metal bar or something because that candlestick wasn't aerodynamic.
So yeah, I'm going to head down there once they move.
Yeah, it's what do you think about my idea of getting some traps then and leave not going back to that church, but maybe leaving him in the house?
Simon, as you reach the entrance to the outhouse, you'd actually been back round to previously on your previous visit. You'd been back round to the rear of the cottage.
Yeah.
What you notice over the fence is that the woods that were previously there seem a lot closer to the building than what they were previously.
I won't say anything, I'll just put it as a trick of the mind. No need to worry anyone. I'm sure it's just my playing tricks. It's dark, we're just hunting rats. I'm sure it's nothing.
Dark, it's midday, what are you on about?
Well, it's dark for me. It's been a dark day.
It's been a dark day.
Yeah.
What you looking at there, kid?
I could swear there was more path. We did look at it early in the morning, and I was tired, so never mind.
The tree line seems a lot closer.
Yeah, I'll explain that basically, but I won't say it in those terms. I'll just say, that sounds like I'm bonkers. I'll just say that looks like when I was investigating it before, the shrubbery and woodedness seemed to be a lot further away, but maybe now I'm taking a second look. It seems awful close after we saw those rats and the things. Maybe I'll get tooled up.
The shrubbery?
Strawberry.
Shrubberies?
I get my postcard out my pocket and hold it up. And it's that view of the church and the woods. Oh, yeah, see,
Maybe, I don't know.
Look a bit further away in the picture there.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm going to leave that to it and then just go in. I'm going to go in the outhouse now.
Yeah, let's like I said, let's get some traps, yeah.
So yeah, I'm gonna get a sprayer, chemical sprayer.
Would you call this, Tom, tooling up?
Yeah, tooling up. That's quite right. And as you say that, I was thinking about those shooters underneath the bench, maybe.
Yeah, it doesn't sound like a bad idea in this situation.
Well, we don't know if they work, do we? And we also don't really know how to use them.
You don't know how to use them.
Yeah, he does. Yeah.
Let me just check my character sheet there a second.
I used to do a bit of.
I don't know how to use them either.
You pick up some of the.
I've got the cartridges, yeah.
You've got the cartridges
in my camera bag and things.
Simon, you've picked up some of the sort of poisons and herbs.
I'm going to find one that's flammable. preferably quite dangerous.
Mm-hmm.
Fill it up with a sprayer and then tape my lighter to the front of it.
Okay.
Just, running feet for Jake's characters. Things need to burn.
And you're doing that in the room full of rope, are you?
I am doing that in the room full of rope, yeah.
Okay.
No, correct me. I'm wrong. I do know how to use a shotgun.
Oh, okay.
And a rifle.
And
Tom will be going in and be like picking up like loads of rat traps and looking for the ones that haven't been armed, picking them up, and the 2 guns in the oily rag that they were led on top of, and wrap them up and be like, just put them in the van for safekeeping.
Okay, give me just 2 seconds while I add those to your inventory, Tom.
I found this spade. It might be useful. Thinking,
nice.
twat them from a distance.
Can I add improvised frame thrower to my items, please? As I've just made one.
Hang on a second there, Simon. We'll come back to you in a second.
No worries.
That's if the chemicals are flammable.
They are flammable. That's why I asked to do a check first. To be fair.
Did you do a check?
I said I asked to do a check first before we put it together.
Okay, so Tom, you should have in your inventory now the bolt action and the 12-gauge shotgun.
Thank you.
And Simon, in your inventory, you've got some herbicides. But Simon, what you were saying to me was that you wanted to improvise a sort of effectively a flamethrower by using the spray and the herbicides along with your lighter.
Yep.
In the room full of rope.
Yep.
Okay.
Nothing go wrong here.
In order for you to craft this together, I'd like you to give me a. I'm gonna say a mechanical repair roll.
Okay.
It's the closest I can get, I think. Your skills.
Oh, fuck off. Sorry, didn't mean to swear.
Alright.
Why am I constantly failing?
So
26.
You do some minor testing, spraying the herbicides out in front of you with a lighter, a la sort of Roger Moore in Live and Let Die style, and that does, it seems to work pretty effectively. The range is quite short. The actual pump doesn't pump out too far, but as you spray, it catches light. And with that roll, you're lucky that the rope room is not starting to go up in flames.
Great. Cool. Can I add that to my list of stuff now then?
You can, the herbicides in your inventory will use as the ranged weapon.
Cool. But can I get a bonus die for everything being on fire as well when I start them on fire?
If you manage to start them on fire, yes. Great.
I will definitely be doing that.
So Jake sets fire to everything again.
It's not a rabbit theme at all. It just happens. Fire is very effective against rats and everything else. But yeah, I can't use a shotgun, Tom. That's the problem.
All right, you're a dangerous lad to be around. These scientists.
Or we could just clean and then go. The problem to Gertine.
Or we could just go.
Or we could just go. But
so Uncle,
she's not paying us until we've got it done, and we've incurred a few expenses now. I bought these postcards and a topic bar and a Mars bar.
So I'm going to tell you this.
Yeah, all right.
So Paul, I'm going to go get cleaning now that I've got kit tooled up. I will.
It's raining now.
Oh, it's all right. Rats don't water, do they?
They're coming out of the rain.
Not raining at the
dry.
moment, but the sky is certainly starting to darken somewhat. The clouds are very low.
Look, let's just get in the house. Let's get it cleaned. Let's get it on camera and let's book it. Let's get out of here.
Yeah, I'll clean.
I'll even give you the money back for the topic if you want.
Let's get it cleaned.
Let's do some more filming. We need to get this done as well.
Cool.
Yeah.
Well, I'll start cleaning the house while you guys are doing the heavy.
Yeah, so Tom leaves Paul and is like, let's get in there then. And he steps outside to catch Paul walking out of the shed door.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Just sort of like getting a camera shot, like doing a bit of panning, and
There he is.
Yeah, try not to get the grey hair in there.
Absolutely Photoshop.
Your camera, Tom, does it have an LCD display on it at all or anything like that? Or is it?
It does, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Can you give me a luck roll, please?
No, I refuse to. Yes, I can. 14 out of 43.
Well,
I'm very lucky.
That's a very good success. You check the lens, as obviously you'd managed to catch that in the church. Now, the lens casing itself had cracked, but looking through the viewfinder, the LCD screen, and actually checking the screen, the lens itself, there's no actual cracks or anything like that to the lens. You can't see anything through the LCD that would indicate that, and checking the lens as well indicates there's no real damage other than a sort of bit of the plastic has come off.
Yeah, just keep walking through. Let's get this done. Let's get out of here, yeah?
Okay, do you want me to put me paper suit back on, or should we just get on with it like this?
Let's just go with it.
What's going to look better on the camera? Because
have you got your logo? Have you got your logo on the paper suit?
Simon, you breaking stuff?
There was a smashing sound that you heard that came from somewhere towards the back of the cottage.
No, I'm not. I'm in the front room, Uncle. I'm shouting where I am.
Are you shouting through a wall?
Oh no, I'm shouting through the window. It's the window.
The window, yeah. Tom, go and have a look around the back there.
All right, I'll go have a little look.
Over.
I'll come out through this door here.
You just wait there, Paul. Let's have a little look.
All we need is stuff being broken.
Paul and Tom can't see anything, but as Simon was around the kitchen area, you noticed that a couple of the plates have fallen off onto the kitchen floor.
Well, a couple of plates seem to have fallen off. I'm going to get a black bag so we can black bag the rubbish, or I put it into piles for the person when he comes back. So I'll go back to the van and get a bag.
I can't see anything, Paul, but I think that kid's breaking stuff. But back about your suits, has it got your logo on it?
Yeah, it's got logo on it, and it says "Has Chem" on the back. I think it makes us look more professional. I think.
Well, you're quite right. You're quite right. Yeah, go put that on. And
I'll go and get that on.
You haven't got one for me, have you?
I think I've got a few. They came from China. I think we ordered 5 and we got 50.
Oh, nice.
I'll grab you one as well.
Yeah, I take a husky, like male husky size.
Okay, I'll just stand there. I'll just go and get them.
Can you grab me a black bag?
Yeah, hold on. I'm just trying to find one of these suits that ain't got a hole in it.
Yeah, no worries.
And I'll go through about 20 before I find one that's.
while they're doing that, the room was full of papers and stuff. I'm going to organise it into neat piles in a corner, so that it looks like we've done our job. Because it was to tidy the house, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to tidy it all down into a corner and then hoover it.
As you're in that room, Simon, one of the chairs that's opposite you near the fireplace pulls out and heads into the corner of the room.
Okay, I'm going to have a look at the chair.
Yeah.
Curiosity might have killed the cat and myself, but we'll see. I'll take a deeper look at in the room.
You look at the chair, you sort of, at the moment, you can't really processing what you've just seen.
Yeah.
You look around you as if to say the door's shut, so you walk over towards the chair that's now sort of tucked squarely in the corner. Yeah. So it's almost sort of like exactly in the corner. You look around it, you pick it up, you look for strings, you look for fishing wire.
Yeah.
There's nothing there. The chair feels like a normal chair. There's nothing around it that would indicate there was any issues.
So it's playing tricks on me. Anyway, it's been a long day. I'll start packing the books into a crate. I'll just ignore that for the moment.
Okay.
Here you go, Tom.
Can you take a sanity test for me, please?
I can. Yeah.
Yep, you're fine.
19. Why have you got all the good rolls? You had this on the last game as well.
I always have good rolls.
This is ridiculous.
I had a throw check of 15 on one of the games we were playing before with Dynamite and still managed to make it. Critical success for the Dynamite. It's the Tree of Horrors. But yeah, never mind.
I reckon you're jumping in and programming bloody Foundry or something.
Yeah, we're
not happy.
Here you go, Tom. Here's your suit.
Cheers, mate. Yeah, that's snug, but
it's quite good. Yeah.
Maybe it's a large in China, but it's a bit tight. But it'll be all right.
I think that's that full English breakfast.
All right, enough of that. Come on.
Here, tell you what, Tom. We look a bit like Ghostbusters, don't we? We could work this into the video.
That sounds like a really good idea. We could do like who you're gonna call, and then you say your company.
Yeah.
As you're standing in the doorway, Paul, you hear a scraping sound to the right-hand side, directly to your right, behind the door.
Oh, he's right. Hold on, Simon. I'm coming in. Simon.
The other room. I started on the messy room first. Uncle.
I can hear him moving around in the other room.
As you walk into the room, the yellow chair that you remembered being sort of fairly well in the sort of middle of the room at an angle is now directly in the corner against the fireplace to the sort of top right-hand side, tucked almost perfectly at a 90-degree angle in the corner of the fairly hefty.
Simon, we're not supposed to be rearranging furniture. We're just
I'm
cleaning.
not in that room.
Yeah, but you changed it.
I haven't changed anything, Uncle. I literally in this room processing stuff.
He's changed
Not been in that room.
Any Tom?
Yeah, he's moved it around.
Changed it.
It's all right. He's only a kid, and give him a break.
It takes twice as long because now we've got to go back and undo what he's doing.
Well, it's all right because I've got footage, haven't I, of what the room looked like.
Right.
But we can put it back.
Get this on video. Me moving this chair back.
Yeah, all right. Oh, I can see the logo on the back of your suit. Yeah, brilliant. Drag that one over.
Okay. Oof, it's blooming heavy. Tell you. Surprised Simon managed to move it.
Yeah, I was gonna.
I'll tell you what, Tom. Put that camera down. Give us a hand. Just slide it back in.
No worry. Let me just prop it up. And then I just help him pull the chair over.
Okay. You
scratching again.
You managed to pull that out of the way.
I'll be Simon doing the washing up or something.
Oh, he's in the other room. I can hear that scratching again.
There we go. Find him. Hold on, Simon. Simon.
I'm in here. I'm in the main room, on the left-hand side.
What, in the kitchen?
No, untidy room. I've been tidying it up.
Oh, what's that racket you're making?
I'm not making any racket. I'm being quiet and I'm tidying it up, Uncle. I'm doing my job.
As you went to the room, looking for the source of the scratching sound, etc. There's a couple of bits I need to describe here at this point, and I'm going to cover off Simon and Paul first, and then I'm going to go back to Tom. So, Simon, Paul, you walk into the room. You're trying to locate the scratching sound. You look over to the right-hand side, and you remember the quite weird, sort of weirdish painting on the wall, which had the green figure in it, the green man figure. And you notice that green figure man is moving.
Where is Simon in relation to this? Are we in the same room?
You're in the same room. You're near the door. Simon's looking towards the papers, and on the table, you're looking directly at the painting.
Okay.
And the figure, the green man figure, seems to be walking towards you in the painting.
Simon, look at that painting there.
I look up, look at the painting.
And you see the same thing. Can you both give me a sanity roll, please?
See it moving.
Yes. About time. About bloody time.
Okay. So, on that basis...
You know what a fumble means, though, when you lose sanity?
Let's start off with Paul, first of all, because he's a bit simpler. If you could take me 1d6... please. Okay, so 3 for you.
D10. 10.
And a fumble on a sanity. Let me just check the rules. A full amount, so 6 for you, Simon.
Can I interject as well?
Of course.
If you lose that sanity, Dan, you've lost 3. It means you can add 3 to your Cthulhu Mythos.
Yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
And the same goes for Simon. You get to add 6. So if you, I believe, I could be wrong, but I believe if you lose it again, you don't get the sanity add-on. You don't get the add-on for the same thing.
Yeah.
But if it's something else, you get the add-on for that.
Cool.
So at this point, because you've lost 5,
6.
you're going to be taking a bout of madness.
Intelligence roll first.
Intelligence, yeah.
You want to fail this?
We don't want to fail this.
Oh, no, you do.
You understand what's going on.
Yeah.
You realise that painting shouldn't be doing what it's doing, and you cannot process that. So you're going to be taking a bout of madness. So can you roll a d10 for me, please?
I certainly can. Bearing in mind I got a flamethrower in my hand. 7.
That's 7. So you are going to flee in panic. You are going to... The safest place for you in your head at this point is your uncle's van. So you're going to be making your way to that.
It's a shame it wasn't the church.
And that's going to last for... Give me another d10 and we'll do that in minutes. For the time being. So you're going to be sitting cowering in your uncle's van for at least the next 5 minutes.
Fair enough. I'm gonna run away screaming, the paintings!
So we're going to go back to Tom at this point. And from the bookcase, the scratching noise that you heard, that you are going to see rat after rat after rat sort of coming from underneath the bookcase. So it looks like there's probably some sort of cavity or something underneath there.
The one that had all the
books in it and everything.
All the gems,
yeah,
the statues and things.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're all coming out. Thankfully, though, not unlike the church, these rats don't seem to be at all bothered by you. They're making a sort of pelt for the door, and they're making a pelt for outside. And there's a sort of constant stream. There's not hundreds of them, but they're 2 or 3 at a time are coming out and running out of the cottage.
Paul, they're in here. They come from the church. They're nowhere there. They're just coming out. They're coming out of everywhere, Paul.
Hundreds of them. Get out and shut the door. Don't let them in the rest of the house.
And I get out and I close the door.
Blimey.
After trying to stamp on 1 or 2.
Okay. You managed to stamp on a couple of them, and they sort of explode either end. Actually, bits of brain and guts go through their mouth, and there's out the other end as well. I'd like you to take 1 sanity loss just for doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. Let me just go. Where is it? There it is.
Now, Paul, you've left the room where the painting was acting in a very strange manner, and what appears in the doorway is this, which is a sort of physical representation of the green man that was in the painting.
Blimey, Tom! Turn around, look!
What's that, Paul?
It was in the painting. Now it's not in the painting. This is freaking me out. I'm getting out of here.
Oh, you're yanking my chain. It's Simon, isn't it? I know I said dress him up as a ghost, but this is...
Get out, Tom. Get out while you can.
The green man itself is a pretty towering effigy. It looks like it's made of vines, branches tied together. It's got leaves around it. It's various hues of dark green, brown. There's no eyes. It's got a rudimentary head shape, but there's no defined features to it apart from very tightly wound vines that have sprouting leaves out of them. And he is going to engage you, Tom, into combat.
Tom, run!
I left my camera in the other room.
Oh, Simon!
Yeah, no response.
Simon! Oh, he's got that weed killer. We could do with it.
Can I ask questions?
Of course.
Mighty Keeper.
Yes.
Should we both do a sanity check first?
Paul's already taken one for seeing I'm going to let Paul off that.
Yeah, he's off that.
Yeah, absolutely. Take a sanity test for me, please.
Hi, please, Nat.
Hey!
You're going to just take the
I got an 8.
one sanity.
One
Yeah,
sanity. I'm cool. This doesn't bother me too much.
Tom doesn't care. He's like seen this all before. He's like,
it's just like Mardi Gras.
Except nothing like Mardi Gras.
Except nothing like Mardi Gras.
Yeah.
You're quite right.
It's like when people compare boxing to ice skating. It's like boxing like ice skating. Nothing alike.
So we'll begin the combat.
Okay.
And Tom, let's just sort the initiative out because I'm pretty sure the Green Man's a fairly much of a higher initiative than yourself. So he will attack you, Tom. And let me just bring this up so that people can see it. I've got it on screen so people can see the Green Man is in there like that. Oops. There we go. So he's going to attack you with his attack. Oh, there we go. Why does it say you do not have an actor controlled nor selected? Oh, hang on a sec.
Teething problems, eh?
Yeah, the first time I've tried this out.
I'm actually quite anxious about sorting out Foundry. Like going from Roll20. I don't know if you've had a good experience, Dan.
Yeah, it was. So I've done 2 sessions of Forbidden Lands now, and that's gone good. Yeah. It's
Good.
been fine. Yep, no problem so far.
Sorry, Mark. We'll just chat amongst ourselves.
No,
I've seen the carousel come up.
Yeah, we should be in. Okay.
Do I have to click it?
No.
I'm up. My face is up. I clicked it and I arrived at the top.
For some reason, it's not added in.
Oh, everything's green.
Yeah, no, apologies. Right. Why is the Green Man now not appearing in combat? Sort the initiative order out. Begin combat. Okay. Hopefully that's done it. It is a bit of a learning curve, I must admit. Okay, so this attack... why is it doing that? You do not have an actor controlled nor selected. I've got control of the Green Man.
Do you have to click the token, like the target thing?
The Green Man's selected in the combat. Did you have any problem?
Have you targeted me?
Yep, you're targeted according to my screen. There's a target thing around you.
Okay.
Nothing different. Anyway, right, okay, so Vine Slash against you, Tom.
Yeah. So I'm going to...
Let me roll first.
Dodge it. Oh,
so
no.
I got a hard success.
Hold on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fight back.
Okay.
Come on. Fuck.
Nope.
An 89 against 8 gates of 55.
Yeah. But now it's not appearing to allow me to add the damage. You failed the regular roll.
Yeah.
I should then have a... It should then come up with a...
You just click Vine Slash.
Yeah, I've already done that. I've got the hard success. You dodged, you failed, and now I should apply the damage because I got a hard success.
Just roll the dice, Mark.
Okay. Vine Slash. So, yeah, it doesn't take the 3 points of damage.
That's right. I can do that manually.
And then it goes back to you, Tom.
Yeah. So Tom takes a clobber to the head. He's like, "Ugh." And yeah, he disengages and just starts running for the door. You can move like 8 foot in Call of Cthulhu, I think.
Yeah.
I think it's 8 foot.
Yeah.
So yeah, like running for the door, opening it and jumping through, landing on the floor. Outside. That's what I'm planning to do.
That's your move.
And I jump out and I'm like, get the gun, Paul!
I've got a better idea, and I'm going to run to the van and get the spray bottle off of Simon.
Okay, that will say that's your turn to be able to do that, Paul. So currently where we're at, we've got Tom just outside the door. We've got Simon sitting in the van. Let's say there's probably 3 or 4 minutes gone by this point, so he's starting to come around a little bit. And Paul is at the van about to be able to contact Simon. So the green man is going to move and engage Tom again in combat.
Fucking hell. Sorry, I've got to stop swearing. I do apologise.
Right.
Oh, jeez.
He's going to do his vine slash
Giggity, giggity.
against you
Giggity,
again.
giggity.
He's targeting Tom and he will brawl.
Okay.
She gets a hard successful.
Yeah. And Tom's going to attempt to brawl back, punching this green leaf man in the stomach.
Okay.
With a normal success.
You punch it in the stomach, and as you punch it, you've got one with the vine slash. There's sort of vines now starting to be wrapped around your hands. Luckily enough, it's not punching hands, but you are now attached to the green man. But you're there and you punch him right in the stomach, and you shatter the branches, fairly thin branches and vines, and you effectively feel yourself go about 4 or 5 inches into this thing's abdomen. Branches snapping. You've got a few little cuts on your hand where you've caught the wood, if you like. Let's say that will do.
The green man beat me.
Yeah, absolutely. But
I don't do any damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Boom! Get the bloody
still,
flamethrower.
It's frustrating because it's still not allowing me then to roll my damage. The way it should work is you.
Oh, hold on. I just want to try something. So, yeah, so I can do that. Try doing your damage now.
I'll have to roll it again. Let me roll it.
So that's me. So that would be me choosing to fight back.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Tom Chambers' maneuver was successful, but that's not.
Yeah. Still doesn't do that.
Okay.
So when it comes to damage and you get a hard success, is there any pluses for that? Or
no,
it's just straight damage. Okay.
Straight damage plus your damage bonus. So if you have a damage build,
no, it's no damage.
Have you got like a damage bonus on your character sheet?
Plus 2d6.
Plus 2d6.
Oh,
plus 2d6.
Yep.
That's a monster.
Jeez.
So I'm going to be rolling a d10 plus 2d6.
Yep.
So
That's like being hit by firearms, mate.
The 10 first.
Oh.
Which is 8 points of damage, plus 2d6.
Hashtag more.
Oh, holy moly.
So that's 17 points of damage to Tom.
You're dead at that point, aren't you?
The Simon and Paul.
Can I just
hear Tom screaming, "He's got me! He's got me!" They turn around and see Tom punch the thing in its abdomen, and what you then see is the vines that come out of the shoulders of the green man. They go straight into the eye sockets of Tom and straight through the back of his head. He's sort of lifted up about 3 or 4 inches off the floor, and you can just see his head twitching and his toes and twitching, and you see a steam of urine dripping down his trousers as well.
I'm doing the preemptive sanity check because I know.
Yeah, if you could both take me a sanity check, that would be lovely. And
I passed, by the way. I'm with a 33. You did not pass. It was 77.
It's a D6 for you, please, Paul.
You hear me sort of you just hear the last gasp of like, get the flamethrower, get the guns.
So, Dan, if you could take me an intelligence test.
Yep.
Oh no.
So you understand exactly what's going on. You realise, although that Tom was a bit of a rough diamond, he was a pretty decent fellow actually, and to see him killed in such a disgusting manner, and the bit that really just tipped you over the edge was seeing the big wet patch that came out as he was being skewered by this thing. Sort of really got you. So if you could roll me a D10, please, Paul.
Ooh, a 10.
Oh.
A 10.
Okay, so that's a mania. You knew mania, and you come to your senses 1d10 hours later. During this bout of madness, the investigator will be fully indulgent in their new mania. Wow, do you get to roll a mania, or do you get to?
You do. So you go to you flip round to the mania chart.
And there's a mania chart.
You flip to the next page.
Oh, I was using the Chaosium keeper screen. Available
Okay.
via Chaosium.
Yeah, if you go to page 161 in the Keeper's Guide.
161.
So for 2 hours, is it?
10 hours.
Oh, 10 hours.
Mania, and you rolled. What did you roll? A 2?
Yeah, that was my hours.
Oh, okay. So 2 hours.
2 hours.
Then roll a D100, please. $39. Very good. Very good. You've got a compulsion to run away.
Deal.
The next 2 hours.
The next 2 hours.
No, is it manifest fully in 2 hours?
Or 2 hours.
Okay.
So, Simon, we're getting out of the van actually to come back to see what was going on with the screaming and Tom and stuff like that. And what happens at this point is that Paul runs directly past you without acknowledging you at all, jumps into the van and drives off.
Fuck! This is both what my character and me say to that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and flamethrower the green man.
He's walking towards you, so let me just end this combat and then we can...
Over the dead body.
Yeah, well,
An exploded skull of Tom.
Tom is just sort of like flung down on the floor,
Can I act while he's doing that?
Yeah, you can.
I'm going to run up behind him and spray him without lighting it the first time, and then when we go to combat, I'll actually try and light it.
Ooh.
Okay, so you're using the herbicides, aren't you?
I am, yeah.
So let me just have a quick look.
Because effectively I'll be flanking him while he is finishing off a friend. So I'm going to run behind him.
Close. Give me a D6 roll, please.
Okay.
So you're going to be doing 2 points of damage to the green man. So I'm going to just alter his hit points down.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's not about the damage. It's about covering him with the herbicide so I can set it on fire next turn.
Yeah. So we'll go into combat. Okay. So the green man will attack you with his vine attack.
Yeah. I haven't got the carousel come up on mine yet. For some reason. But it doesn't matter.
So he hits you with a regular success. So you get a choice of dodging, fighting back, no response, or a maneuver.
I'm going to try to dodge.
Oh, you got to take a constitution
No,
check.
that was me.
That's all
Sorry.
right.
So I will set him on fire as a counter maneuver.
Okay.
Basically.
Yep. You say you're going to get your lighter out and just flick it in front of him and light him up.
No, I'm going to blast him with it.
Okay.
Yeah. So
So that's a fight. You're fighting back.
yeah.
Okay.
So I don't know what the herbicide check is going to be. It's brawler.
Yeah, it is.
Ooh.
I think. Have you clicked fighting back?
No, but that's fine.
Okay.
So I succeed.
And the herbicides do. Let's have a look.
1d6 plus 1, but bearing in mind that I coated him with a whole spray of herbicide first, now I'm setting him on fire.
Do roll a d10.
He is made of twigs.
Roll a d10 for that. Plus 1. So 2 points of damage to him.
Yeah.
Takes him down to that.
Is he on fire?
He's on fire, yeah.
Yeah.
So at the start of each turn, let's say he's going to lose a d10's worth of hit points for being on fire. He was a regular success, so he'll just roll his d10.
Yeah.
So 7 points of damage to you.
Ouch. Yeah. Can't take too many hits like that.
And so it's your
I
turn in combat.
How many hit points did he lose? 7.
Yeah, it's a constitution check for you. It should, if you look at the chat, it's come up in the chat if you roll it. You fall unconscious.
Sorry.
Can I push that?
No, you can't push it.
No, I'm afraid you've set the thing on fire. It's starting to get ablaze quite nicely, but its vines had grabbed hold of around part of your neck and had sort of been gently squeezing you without you noticing it, and you've passed out.
Okay.
So I'll move on to the green man at this point for his combat.
Yeah.
And he will vine you.
Fine, you. To be honest, Mark, I would probably say that it just does the damage.
Yeah.
Because there's no one there to help.
No, unfortunately not.
Uncle's, he's gone.
But I would also say that if you hit someone with damage, they're going to wake up. They would though.
You're Sparko. Unfortunately, you're not. You're unconscious. So one point of damage.
Yeah, no worries.
Roll me a D3, please, to see how many rounds you're out.
So D4.
Or D6 divided by 2. 1. So I get one more round, and then you'll come round at that point. And no response from you. Oh, I failed.
Okay, cool.
So you come round at this point and you have an attack. Well, what do you want to do?
Oh, I don't know. I'm running the fuck away. He's on fire. I've done my job. So as he misses me, I'm going to start sprinting, full pace, run.
Okay.
So it'll be a dodge check, I assume.
Yeah, to try and escape. Yeah. That's a failure.
And I will use all of my luck to make that a success. Because I'm dead if I don't.
Okay.
So 65, and I've got a luck of... What's that? My dodge is 35. So, yeah.
30 luck.
30 luck it is.
So you're going to get away.
I'm running his at full pelt, and he's already had his turn.
That's your turn, so it now comes back to me. So how far are you running? How far can you run? Yeah, how far can we run it? Do we say?
I'm sprinting. I'm not just running.
8 foot around. But if he's choosing to sprint, I think you can double it.
Yeah, so 16 feet.
Yeah, I'm sprinting.
Okay. Which way? Going left?
I'm going directly to where the van was going.
The van is going back down towards the village.
Yeah, that's where I'm going as well.
Okay. So you're going to go... I can't control you, but you're basically going... Yeah, that's it.
Effectively.
Okay. And as you start to run away, he will continue to chase you.
Okay, cool. Can I have a D10 check then for him being on fire, please?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, D10.
So you owe me 2 because he did 2 attacks while I was unconscious.
So 7 points of damage and... Oops. Oh, hang on. There we go. So 9 in total. So that takes him down to that. He will attempt to do what's called a vine whip against you, which is a ranged attack.
Okay.
Which he fails.
I will keep running. I'm not looking back. He's on fire. I've done my job as far as my character's concerned.
Yeah.
Call of Cthulhu. Run away.
Can I have another D10?
Run away.
As well, since I've been around. I'm assuming he's still following me, so I'm going to keep running.
He's following you, yeah. He takes 4 points of damage.
Cool. And I'm assuming he's going to try the vine whip next turn, because it's 40 foot.
Okay, I think at that point, gentlemen, with Tom's still twitching corpse laying in front of Gertine's cottage, and Paul having...
I've got back to the car park we started in, and I'm hyperventilating and blowing into a brown paper bag.
Yeah. Okay, with Simon left there, then we'll say that at this point you do manage to get away, Simon, from the Green Man, and Paul, you two managed to meet up. And based on your experience, Paul's driving back towards, very gently back towards the cottage, and he sees you, and you both get in the car and you head out of Muscoby, and you never return to that village.
I think as well, Paul's probably given up the cleaning business.
Yeah.
And he's gone back to hard science.
There's asked Paul to take me to hospital, because I have lacerated ribs, broken bones, and a concussion, so I need to go to hospital as soon as possible, please, Uncle.
Yeah, no bother, and then we never speak of this again.
I do speak of it once, which is to say that I leave an anonymous tip to the council that there's dangerous chemicals in the house, and that's why we couldn't do the job, to save your face, Uncle. And we'd only discovered it on the second day, which is why that we didn't go back, basically, because they were too hazardous for us to handle. And that's going to be my official explanation.
Nothing to do with the dead body left on the doorstep of your cameraman.
Oh no, I'm not going to talk about that.
Paul is in his new role a few months later, just scrolling the internet as you do during your lunch break. You come across an article that says that a village called Muscoby has actually been turned into a reservoir. The council had finally decided to cut its losses after a string of bizarre incidences where pets and livestock and all sorts were going missing. There was a death of a hiker, and the village was condemned in entirety, and they managed to divert some local rivers to create a new freshwater reservoir. In the same article, it also mentions that one of the last remaining residents of Muscoby, an old fella called Gertin, had actually committed suicide in a hospital as well.
It's a shame, poor old Tom. You know, he wanted to film ghosts and things, Simon, and he got his wish, and then he didn't bloody film it, did he? We could have been like YouTube champions or something. We never need to work again. He dropped his camera, and then that was him.
Let's not talk about it, Uncle. As agreed.
And that, gentlemen, is the end of the Scritch scenario.
Very good.
I hope you enjoyed it.
I did enjoy it. I think combat's a little bit for me, but like I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I think certainly moving forward, getting the combat element Foundry, I'm pretty sure there's still stuff I'm not doing quite correctly, but yeah.
You were very generous letting Jake become conscious again. That is a very generous move.
Yeah.
It was generous, to be fair. I'll take the generosity.
You're only unconscious for a couple of rounds. I thought I had you, actually, because I know I had a different attack, so if you did manage to get away a little bit further, I failed one melee attack and one ranged attack against you, so the odds were in my favour to let you run away.
Is it a bit of a meat grinder one-shot then? So it's because it's a convention one-shot, isn't it?
Yeah,
so they're going to be going for like death and...
Yeah, I'll give you the stats. He's an avatar of Nythilatet, effectively.
Oh, they always are.
Yeah, they always are.
All of them.
Strength 125, Constitution 345, Size 105, Dexterity 100, Intellect 130, Power 375, 44 hit points. So but burning him or herbiciding him was your only options. The shotguns and the rifle are
red herrings.
No, I did actually forget he has an ability once per combat round. He can heal 2d6 points. He's not meant to be killed. He's meant to come in and kill you. Or
Jake did it. He killed him. He managed to kill him.
Or do what you classically did as Call of Cthulhu, and that's run away.